Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Design Teenage. Hope you all are doing well. And right now, at this very point of time, these sessions, I know how important is these sessions for all of you. So over here today, we are here to discuss regarding the architectural GK, a very important topic for your entrance exam of NATA. Now over here, students who are here live on this session via YouTube, make sure you write down all your queries in the comment section. And students in class, make sure after this discussion is over, you can ask all your doubts. You for you you can unmute yourself in the class in between, but just I will suggest you that just let the discussion happen and then let's discuss the doubts. It's in a better way of communication. Make sure each one of you are sharing this video with all your friends so that they join right now on this live session and they are a part of our discussion. This session should help each and every architecture aspirant. And moreover, if you want to get connected with us, download the Design Teenage app from Google Play Store. Link is in description. And if you need any help, connect us over the contact number. Again, number is in description box. With this thing, with these things, let us study about this architectural general knowledge. What are the things we should cover? What all are there that we should talk about in today's class or so? And we also need to understand side by side, that what all do we have for our exam? What all do we should work exactly go for, target for to get a good score or a good marks in our NATA 2023 upcoming second attempt? So when I'm talking about architectural GK, what comes to your very first time? Karthik, I guess you're there in class. I can see you right now. Can you tell me what comes to your mind when you see architectural GK? Am I audible?
Nothing, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
in there is nothing like what kind of questions do you think should come from architectural GK? Things related to
Reasoning,
structure, materials used in a building, followed by different kinds of architects, who what are their works, all these things, right? Yes, no?
logics of building construction. Um,
Building construction and all these things, fine. So let's see what all should we discuss and what all should we go for. Just hold a second. Okay. So let's see what all should we discuss and what all should we look for in our architectural GK study and while we are talking about architectural GK as a whole. So over here, once we are talking about architectural GK, today we are going to learn and today we are going to first talk about material study in architecture. So what is material study? Material, wait, let me just write it down. So material study is nothing but different kinds of materials which are used in a structure in the structures which we see in our day-to-day lives or the basic components without which you cannot form any sort of architectural structure building or so. We will talk about that initially. So when I'm talking about architectural structures and material study in that, so the very first thing that should come to your mind without any thinking is that bricks, concrete, glass, these are the general things, right? That we usually see. There is no there shouldn't be any confusion regarding this. So in material study, what we have is the very first thing is glass. You see the usage of glass today, everywhere in sorts of your windows or so. Previously, wooden frames were there, and on top of that, glasses were used. In today's time, glass is the only thing which you see in terms of a window, the sliding windows. So we have glass as our very first material. Second, what we have wood. Yes, wood is also used. Mostly, if you see that you go to the Western countries also, you will see that the whole house is made of wood. Next, what we can have apart from glass, wood, we can also look for few other things. That is, firstly, we will go with bricks. Fourth is, just hold a second. We can have bricks. After that, we can have your cement. I've taken a note of these things over here. Followed by definitely two more things. One is there, but still we know not rare in today's structures actually. Stones. You see marble, graphite in kitchen, and last but not the least is metals. These are the basic use, materials which we see: glass, wood, bricks, cement, stone, metals. Now we will go into each of these things in detail, and after that, definitely there are paints, there are different things like plaster and all these things. These are going into specifications or going in depth. But as a whole, these are the general things that we see on the structure. So first, let's talk about glass as a material. So we will see that now what are the components used in a glass. So we the basic components of glass is like pure silica, sodium carbonate, lime, magnesium oxide. These are the things. In basic components of a glass is like silica, a pure silica I must tell, then sodium carbonate, magnesium oxide, and all these things composed. Now we don't need to know the components of glass. This is just for our information purpose. Make sure you are having a notebook wherever you are and taking a few notes regarding the same. We need to know for architectural purpose what are the different types of glass. Okay. So first type of glass is Pyrex. Second is, okay, first of all, when I'm telling Pyrex, Pyrex is used for what? Pyrex is used for, it's a heat resistant. It's a heat resistant glass. Just give me a second. Okay. I guess I'm audible and visible as well. Okay, fine. So let's continue. We have Pyrex, that is heat resistant. After that, we have wet glass. After heat resistance, we have wet glass. So fine, I'm just checking the audio purpose of the same. Fine, it's working good. So after Pyrex, we have the heat resistant glass. Uh, so in heat resistant glass, after Pyrex, we have the wet glass. In wet glass, we have it can withstand breakage impact. So this is breakage resistant. Okay, we have a breakage resistant glass after this. Now, after this, followed by this, what we have is so we have your this wet glass, and followed by wet glass, we have your tempered glass, tinted glass. Tinted or tinting glass, insulated glass. So we will see tempered glass first. When I tell tempered glass, most of you know it. What is tempered glass? Tempered glass is nothing but glass which is more strong. Also, so tempered glass is it's strong and flexible. Followed by tempered glass, these are three. Now we will go to the fifth option, insulated. What is insulated glass? It is resistant. It is it provides insulation in terms of it's a good it provides good acoustics also, you can tell in insulated glass. So it's good acoustics. So I guess you have seen in library or so, there are glass rooms where people go and they are not heard externally. So these are what we are talking about in terms of your insulated glass. When you are inside that room, no one can hear you from outside. So it does sound insulation. It's really good for acoustics. This is one we have. Now, if we move on to our sixth one, then what we have is laminated glass. This is important. So what is laminated glass? Laminated glass acts as a safety gassing material. Okay, it's for safety purpose. This is laminated. So it's kind of mostly you will see laminated glass uses are there in cars, windshield or so. When it breaks, it doesn't like make small pieces and come in. So there are two you can tell transparent frames or sheets which are placed, lamination sheets, which keeps the glass intact at one place. If it breaks also, it will be over there. Okay, so these are the things, or these are the different kinds of glasses that we have seen, or in terms of glass, these are there. Now we need to know where is glass used. So these are the kind of topics which has to be covered before your NATA exam, because this is really important for the architectural GK questions that's gonna come. So now we have glass used widely used for this following activities. Okay, so usage. Wait, I will write it down over here as usage. Usage of glass. What are the uses of glass? We have engraving, grinding, gliding, engraving, followed by grinding, followed by your sandblasting, followed by your grinding, followed by acid etching and silvering. These are the different uses of glass. Okay. Now, followed by this, our next material we need to go for. Sorry for the same. Our next material we need to check out. So, what is our next material? Our next material is wood. We need to know and get a bit about wood. What are the different aspects of wood being used in as a material? It goes quite fast, but we will have to shorten it up, discuss, finish up the things, and move ahead. We have wood done. So what are the different uses of wood also? So there are actually two kinds of wood, hard and soft. Okay, this is the very basic classification. So what is the use of hardwood? It is strong, heavy in weight, dark in color, and softwood is light in weight. So hardwood is mainly used for constructional purpose. When you are building a house, the pillar also there it with hardwood will be used. Okay, constructional purpose. And softwood is like you are having a computer table. You are having some small utility purpose. Some you are having a frame of in your wall of some but painting, or let's assume some decoration you are having where the impact or the weightage or it doesn't need to withstand any force. There we will use this softwood. Okay. So these are the two basic kinds of wood. Now, most importantly, you need to know. I'm not writing it down here. I will just tell you guys the names also of these kind, and we can proceed further. So over here, right now, what we have is we need to know or understand that the different kinds of wood or so that is being used. So what are the different things or so, the kinds of wood that are being used is there are 150 species of different woods present in India. Out of which there are different woods which are used for different purposes. Now, most importantly, you need to know some name of woods like the Arjun tree, followed by your babool, then bamboo. So bamboo is really a good kind of wood material you can tell obtained from nature, which is used in vernacular architecture. These kind of things is the information that you should have. Now there is wood, there is mahogany and all these things. We will not go in detail. Characteristics and uses of these, no one is going to ask you. The next material which we have is bricks. We need to know what is the uses of this bricks. So let's proceed ahead with our next material. Our next material is bricks. So now when I'm talking about bricks, we need to know that what are the constituents of bricks. First is alumina. Second is silica. Third is lime. Fourth is oxide of iron. Last one is magnesium. Fifth is magnesium. These are the materials which via which the brick is composed. Okay. Make sure you have a note of these things. Followed by which we will try to understand what are the four kinds of bricks or classification of bricks. Okay. I'm running this place as well. We need to understand what are the different kinds of bricks that we have available and where are they used, what is here. So classification of bricks. Or one is, so now classification of bricks is very easy. Okay. You must know this. There is no hard thing to the now don't take it like okay, third class brick is not used. Well, it is. Sir is telling this is third class, that means it goes. Nothing like that. There is fourth class as well. Now I will tell you how they are classified as well. So first class, these are table molded and standard type, and they are burnt in kilns. These bricks are used for superior work and permanent nature. So usage of this is superior and permanent. Okay. Next one, second class bricks. They are ground molded. First one, okay. First one I must write down over here. This is table molded. This one is ground molded. Now, where are these used? Second class bricks. They are commonly used in places where brickwork is to be provided with a coat of plaster. So, bricks with coat of plaster. This is where second class bricks are used. Now, moving on to the third class. Where are third class? Third class bricks are again ground molded and unimportant temporary structure at place where rainfall is not heavy. First of all, again, it continues, okay? Ground molded. Unimportant structures. temporary, unimportant, temporary, and not structures where there is no heavy rainfall. Okay, this is where third class is used. Now moving on to fourth class bricks. These bricks are overburnt with a regular shade dark color and used as aggregate for concrete in foundation floors. So these are overburnt. Used with concrete for foundation floors. Okay, and also irregular in shape. So these are the different kinds of bricks, their usage, where they are used, and what all you need to know about them. Now see, we are going step by step procedure. All these things should keep in your mind. You should have a proper knowledge about these things at the back of your head. Now let's move on to the next kind of material. So what do we have in our architectural GK class? Our next kind of material in material study is cement. The one material which holds these bricks together, works as an adhesive. So next we have cement. So first we will see under cement. What is cement? Cement is a basic building material made by grinding calcinated limestone, clay, and to a fine powder which can be mixed with water and put set a solid mark. Cement is usually grey in color, but white cement can also be obtained. White cement, you have seen this white cement is being used in places like washroom or so. Okay. Now we need to know that composition of cement I am not going into. Manufacturing of cement is one thing. These things you will learn in your college, not required right now. So as a whole, what is cement? Cement is an adhesive material or works as an adhesive in structure. Hold bricks, holds bricks. Or if bricks in all are bricks, one is a bricks made with soil, another one is fly ash bricks. Hold them together also. So now I just rub it off. And we can move ahead. Our next material is stone. See, stones, it's very short again. We have what we have in stone is we have a piece of rock used in construction, gravestone or stormstone, a grindstone, milestone, wheatstone. These are clear for all these things. Okay. Now, piece of rock, it can be a piece of rock. A piece of rock, okay, used in construction. But mostly, what are the kind of stones we see or used in our homes or so in today's structures? Marble, flooring. Marble is used where in flooring, and stones like granite, kitchen, or even we see the granite is being used on wooden tables. Okay. These are general uses. After that, definitely there are cosmetic uses of stones as well. So we are clearing this off, and now we have metals. See, metals, there is nothing much, but we need to know that in metals, most important thing which we see the uses of is iron in our structures. Okay. Under metals, we see usage of iron, steel. Iron rods are used where? Iron rods are the basic foundation. Whenever you are building up, like building or so, you will see that there are these kind of 4 rods. Then they are binded together. These are columns. If they are lying in this horizontal direction, these are known as beams. And several other places, flooring, roofing, in locations like lintel. So metals are having a very wide usage. Now we need to understand also that along with this, there are metal alloys which are used in several locations where, like in pipes or some other places, so that it doesn't rust or so, and it it should be resistant. Now, a few important things which we should know about for our this purpose. I will just take a note of it from here. This is very important actually. So there are few kinds of materials which we need to know. Okay. There is first of all, heat resistant material. Then we have your sound reflective material and sound absorbative material. Sound absorbative, sound reflective. Now, what are these materials? Heat insulating is perilite, cement concrete, glass fiber. What is sound reflective material? We need to know this as well. Thermocol, wood, glass, brick, tiles. Thermocol, wood, glass, bricks, tiles. These are what? Sound reflective. What is sound absorbative? What are the sound absorbative materials? They are cavity walls, fabric foam, perilite, cement. Cavity walls, perilite, cement, etc. So these are some of the things that we need to know. Apart from this, definitely we need to know one more thing in terms of our material study. And what is that? Paints. I am coming to paints. Just give me a second. I will ping up this board. And now we will discuss regarding paints. Paints is also one of the most important things. Okay, so now what we have over here is your paints. So we need to know what are these paints, where are they used? There are different kinds of paints. That becomes really important for you to know or understand. So what are the different kinds of paints also? So what are paints first of all? Paints are fluid materials that are applied over surfaces, over the timber, metal masonry to protect the surface from damaging, impacting, not only for damaging, for view or for having a nice view of the structure as well. So what are the constituents of paint? What are the three constituents of paint? First of all, we are studying now paints. So what are the constituents of which a paint is made of? We need to know what are the constituents of which a paint is made of. A paint is made of three things basically. 1, 2, and 3. What are these three things? We need to know paint is made of a pigment, binder, solvent. Pigment, binder, and solvent. These are the three constituents of paint. Now, what is a pigment? We need to know this, very important. It gives the paint its color and opacity. So, color, opacity. What is a binder? A binder is which holds the pigment and additives together. Pigment and additives. Binder works as a holding. So they hold this pigment and additives together. Okay. Next one is solvent. What is a solvent? The name itself tells. It gives the paint its ability to be sprayed over a surface. It gives paint the ability to be spread over a surface. Okay, these are the three things we need to know. Now, what there are types of paint. So we need to know what are the different types of paint that we have. So paints ka type. Now let us quickly know the different types of paints. So okay, there will be 4 actually. So first one is primer, then acrylic, oil paint, distemper. Primer, acrylic, oil paint, distemper. Where is what used? Identification is very important. Now, primer, it's a preparatory coating on materials before painting. So, coating before painting. Okay. What is an acrylic paint? Fast drying paint. Fast drying. Next, what is an oil paint? Slow drying paint consists of particles of pigment suspending in drying oil. Slow drying. Then we have distemper. What is distemper? The major constituents of distemper are chalk, lime, water, and some coloring agents. It's water based. This is a water based paint. Water based paint constituents are chalk, lime, etc. etc. So these are the 4 kinds of paints that we need to know. Okay. Now, one more important thing. Okay, 2 more important kinds of paints are there. I was missing it out actually. Let me just, so these are 4, right? 5 is emulsion. And the 6th one is, apart from emulsion, we also have solvent based. Solvent based. Now, what is an emulsion paint and what is a solvent based paint? Emulsion paint, it is also water based and provides a rich matte finish. So when you use the emulsion based paint, you can expect a matte finish over there. And what is a solvent based paint? Solvent based paints are like luster paints, enamel paints, and oil paints all come under this category. So there is a particular solvent in which the paint particles or the pigment particles are there, and that is how it is supplied to you. These are mostly comes the oil paints comes under this category as well. Clear? Now, apart from this, one more important thing in terms of material study that is required by us to know is what are the different kinds of finishes that you can get in a structure or like, so this is type of finishes that you can get in any structure, any surface. Types of finishes. Okay. What are the different kinds of finishes that you can expect? Matte, eggshell, or satin. First one is matte, eggshell, or satin. Followed by we have semi-gloss and glossy. There is nothing much to be explained about. Matte is like, where you get the rough, no gloss surface. Semi-gloss is like, where some little bit glossy and little bit like, kind of rough. Gloss is full gloss. Eggshell and sterling, I guess I should talk about. So this is the type of pen that is silk like gloss, explaining the name or as the satin finish. So it will be like smooth, silky finish will be there. These are the three kinds of finishes that you can obtain on a surface. Clear? Now that's all about our discussion of our material study or in terms of architectural GK. These are the things that are there. Now we have first one more important thing about architectural GK when it comes is that, sir, what are the structures which we should know about? Okay, in terms of our Indian structures, what are the structures, or in terms of foreign structures, tell some structures which you should know about. See, for this purpose, what we are planning to do is we are planning to come up with a session today evening itself. Let's see how how will it goes or what are the things we can cover up. Wherein we are coming with a PDF. It will be a visual. It will not be on board. It will be a visual session, and this will discuss all about the important structure, dear architects. Don't try to remember. Don't try to memorize these things. This will not help you out. Please remember. This thing, what we are going to discuss in our evening session, it will be a bit long. This is all for you to just understand, leave it like a story. For example, if I give you that four options, four pictures, okay, as an option, and I tell you identify which one is Taj Mahal, you will be able to identify. Anyone will be able to identify because you have seen that and it's stuck in your mind. Might be you have not seen a picture of Taj Mahal in the recent days. Similarly, there are structures like Falling Waters by Frank Lloyd Wright. There are structures by Lee Corbusier. So who are these architects? The city of Chandigarh is designed by Lee Corbusier. These things should stuck in your mind. These are the things which you should know about. We will discuss regarding few architects and their works in today's evening session. Make sure you join them, join that particular session, know in detail about this, and to get this PDF, get your hand on the study material, everything. Download the Design Teenage app. Link is on description. And make sure you connect us over our contact number if you need any help regarding the same. That's all for this particular session, guys. Stay tuned with us. Make sure you share this video with all your friends and see you in today's evening session. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.